I didn't find Space Jam 2 to be less fun, surprisingly. Um, the Space Jam 2 has been something that's been rumored for a very long time, right? Like people thought maybe MJ would do another one, didn't
Mhm.
happen.
Blake
LeBron's
Griffin.
been, yeah, Blake Griffin. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Like early on, like Lob City Blake Griffin, when it was like when Blake Griffin's like, I like to do stand up and stuff. It's like, oh, Blake Griffin. He could
Yeah,
do the next Space Jam. It did make sense.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's kind of hard to go from Michael Jordan and LeBron James to Blake Griffin, but at that time, he was
Yeah.
kind of being tapped as like he could potentially get there. Obviously, some issues, but um, what were your expectations going into this?
I had no expectations, man, because here I'll
None.
just say it now. Space Jam 1 sucks.
I
So
mean,
Space Jam 2 also being bad doesn't bother me. I don't like Space Jam 1. I think it's fucking dog shit, honestly.
nothing about it. You don't like anything about it. You don't have
I have
like
no
nostalgic.
nostalgia for it as a kid. No, I
Wow.
watched it like once as a kid. I didn't really care for it at all. And I
Yeah.
like the Looney Tunes fine. Like I'd watch Looney Tunes if they happened to be on Cartoon Network or something. But like,
Sure.
yeah, like it just does it. I don't feel like it does the live action and animation stuff nearly as well as like something more lauded like Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something, from
Oh,
similar time.
I
But
mean,
like,
you're talking about one of the most well-respected animation movies of all time, Dave. I mean,
yeah. Well,
uh,
that's the thing. Like it I think what's the funnest stuff like it is seeing like people in the real world, but looking at it as an adult, it's like just craven,
yeah.
IP from the
Oh,
'90s because it was a continuation of like I believe it was a Gatorade commercial between MJ and the Looney Tunes, or
uh,
maybe not Gatorade, but something else. So
something
the
like
fact that
that.
Space Jam: A New Legacy, day and date theaters and HBO Max from Warner Brothers, is literally IP to the max. Like it's the most meta thing and presents itself as self-aware, but actually isn't that self-aware at all. Like it's like also like really like Craven brand everything. Like I was surprised to see it go that way. I don't know if anyone really thought that was what we were going to get until we saw that trailer and we're like, wait a minute, is that the guys from A Clockwork Orange there in the background watching the game? The guys that murdered old people and raped girls. Like, is that them?
Yeah.
Because they're Warner Brothers IP in quotes. Kubrick movies being IP in the first place is kind of annoying. But like, what? Like,
Yeah.
it's just so it's so like commercial. Everything about Space Jam, right? Like, it's almost super specific. Like obviously there's mainstream movies and franchises and stuff, but like Space Jam, everything about it is commercial, and they somehow managed to take it up to 10 with this new one.
Y- Yeah. I mean, it couldn't be any more commercial. It's just really funny to like watch the basketball scenes and to see
Yeah.
all the characters in the background who are obviously just like people that came for a casting call and they put in a costume. Like they have Batman and Robin in the back of like half the scenes, and they don't look anything like the Adam West Batman or the I don't know who played Robin for the Adam West show, but um, yeah, it is extremely campy. I have a little bit more nostalgia for Space Jam One. I mean, at any time when I was in elementary school, we had that TV cart rolled in. We almost knew it was going to be Space Jam, and
Hmm.
a lot of good memories associated with that. But I agree, it's not a great movie, but it's a relic. I think it's just a part of that time. It's very '90s. You look at the basketball players who are in Space Jam One. You always say Michael
Hmm.
Jordan, but then what Muggsy Bogue and Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
Who else is in
Ewing, Larry
Ewing?
Johnson, is it Sean Kemp? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean Kemp. That's
yeah, it's
who it
all
is.
'90s players, obviously.
Yeah, that's really funny. And then you get this one. But I only knew four of the five because you have what Dame, AD, Clay, and Sue Bird. But was that Candace Parker as the other?
No, that wasn't Sue Bird. That was Diana Taurasi, and
Dan
then that
Rossi,
was
right?
Nieka Onkwamiki. I'm gonna say her name.
Gotcha.
One of the best players in WNBA, alongside Taurasi, who's arguably the
The
greatest female
greatest of all
player.
time, yeah.
Yeah,
And my apologies to Diana Taurasi. Getting her confused with Sue
they
Bird.
they
Also
kind
a
of rock
really good
similar
player.
haircuts when they play. I get it.
And also they were both UConn of like a earlier time. So those early UConn teams,
Right.
goddamn force. But um, I thought this was better than I expected it to be. In all honesty, I went in expecting this to be absolute trash, and while I don't think it's good, I still think it's enjoyable. It's a fun kids movie. Um, so I'm gonna say this surpassed my very low expectations. How about for you?
Yeah, it's like watching it, like there's so much setup for the
Oh yeah,
movie, right? Like the first hour is like all like table setting somehow. But again, it's like table setting in the Warner Brothers lot. Like it's so
yeah,
weird. And then like it's all the animation too, like you have like, normal like modern like CG 2D animation for the Looney Tunes. And LeBron gets it digitized and all that. But then like we go to the game and like the Looney Tunes are like different stop animation. They almost look. It's not claymation, but they kind of look more like clay model
mm,
to me. Like I'm not really sure exactly what that was, but definitely noticeable. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like there was fun moments. Like because it's so commercial, you can't help but notice a lot of the meta stuff. Like when Bugs Bunny's like explaining the premise of the movie, and he's like, that sounds familiar," because
yeah.
he's just Space Jam all over again. Thought that was really good, and
Lola even
also
says we've done this before.
yeah,
Like,
and then it's like, was it Don Cheadle, our villain, Algae Rhythm, which is a funny name.
oh my god,
Uh, he was talking about, LeBron like leaving. That's his mo. He left Cleveland. He
yeah,
left Miami, left Cleveland again. Watch out, Lakers. And I was like, that's actually really funny to see like the self awareness coming from LeBron, someone who's very famous for being so aware of his image since he was like 15 years old because he had no
mm.
choice. So I appreciated seeing that.
Yeah. I appreciate seeing that too. And I actually thought some of the Looney Tunes stuff was pretty funny. When Daffy Duck says your son plays for the other team, and just like that screen grab going around now, like I don't know if you follow. Is it Craig? Uh, the is it Craig Smith who's the music critic? Um, I don't
I
know.
don't
Sometimes
follow him though.
oh no, well I forgot who it was, but sometimes the person I follow tweets LGBTQI stuff, and that is just like going around LGBT Twitter, like people saying
That's
your
funny.
son plays for the other team. I thought that was hilarious, and just some of the Looney Tunes stuff I just thought really worked for me.
Yeah.
And I
Daffy was
for
funny.
Daffy is always funny, man. Like yeah, I love him. Um, I, yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought the scene where they kind of find all the Looney Tunes who went out and were into the different worlds, and they have just a very blatant like uh recat like I don't know replica shot of the Amazonian games from Wonder Woman with
Mhm.
Lola. I thought that was a little superfluous. It just
Mad
felt like a
Max
lot.
Fury Road of all movies, like it's like
So
it's so weird,
well,
man, because it's so
well,
how IP driven it is.
yeah, well, and then they had Casablanca. Like how many? Like it's a kid movie, but it's
Yeah,
like you have Casablanca as one of them. Just a side note for
even
that.
The Matrix. A lot of kids probably
Oh
haven't
yeah.
seen The Matrix.
Although I really did like it was that the little rat. Who is that? I forgot who.
While like, what's his name? The
Is it Pepe
guy,
Le Pew? That's not. No. This is like blasphemy right now, not knowing this. The
while like
little
I,
the little Mexican rodent who is with the
yeah, I forgot his
grandma in the
name.
Matrix. But
Yeah.
him doing the Neo stuff, I really enjoyed actually. But yeah, then you have Rick and Morty. How many kids are watching
Hmm.
that? I don't know. But just a quick side note: Wonder Woman voiced by Rosario Dawson
Yeah.
in this. What? So many random people. I thought it was fine. What did you think of the basketball stuff?
Uh, it's all right. It's fun. You know,
Yeah,
I guess the original Space Jam basketball stuff's a little more iconic.
yeah.
Just do the nostalgia of it all. But
I thought the Dame stuff was really strange.
yeah, kind of a weird mix of players to have in this. Like you got Clay, Dame, AD. Obviously, we know why AD's there, but like I don't know. Like I guess I don't know. Like I don't have like suggestions for like how to do Space Jam, especially because this one again, it's like so meta. It's like in your
Mhm.
face. Um, the serververse. You know, I was like, oh
Yeah.
Jesus, it's like, well, we thought Ready Player One was bad. Just you wait.
Yeah. Quick side note: Speedy Gonzalez is the
There we
little,
go.
uh, yeah. What was he? A rodent or
He's a mouse,
uh,
maybe.
mouse? Yeah. Also voiced by Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. So it's pretty cool.
I actually
Um,
liked when LeBron when trying to get the team together, LeBron and Bugs, and like LeBron's like, oh yeah, we need Superman and King Kong. He'd be great on the boards, and like naming all
yeah.
these WB IP characters that obviously won't be in the movie for the
Mhm.
actual basketball stuff. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good too. Um, yeah. Overall, Space Jam. It's fine. Any other thoughts on it?
You know, LeBron. I mean, like, LeBron's acting like almost entirely on screens, so I don't blame him because he's not a real actor. But like LeBron, he was a better actor in Trainwreck playing a fictional
Way
version of
better.
himself. I'll say that. Then again, like these settings don't do non-actors any favors. We know that as well. But
He was
yeah, I thought LeBron would be
completely.
a little better. Like he was definitely like, I'm reading my lines, you know.
Yeah. He made Karen Gillan look totally like I don't know, Emmy or an award-winning actor, Oscar-winning actor.
Yeah.
He was very stoic, but it's a kids movie. I think kids will enjoy it. It's it's fine. Yeah, yeah. It's hard for me to like really critique a movie that's like so blatantly for kids and so blatantly just supposed to like pump WB as a product. So I don't know. It's fine. The Space Jam exceeded my very low expectations. If you have HBO Max, check it out.